All right, I need to tell you a quick short story. My dad was about 70 years old. We're at a picnic and he's getting up off the ground and his leg just collapsed and I thought was going to grab him to keep him from falling. It was the first time I ever saw my dad have any sign of physical weakness. Believe it or not, it happens to all of us. Once you get past 60 years old, the legs in particularly get weak.
So we're going to go through the 5 biggest reasons this happens for most people, but the good news is there's a way to prevent it from getting worse or reduce it from happening so fast.
That's right, and we're going to show you those 3 ways after we talk about some of the reasons, the 5 reasons why it happens.
Bob and Brad, the 2 most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Okay, I am Brad.
I'm Mike, and behind the scenes we have Bob, and together we are the most famous physical therapy team on the internet.
In our opinion, of course.
And if you're new to our channel, like this video, please subscribe.
And you will like it.
So reason number 1 for weak legs as people age is age-related muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia.
That's right. I don't know how they came up with that name. I should look it up. It's probably got a Latin base. But anyways, once you get at a certain age, you start losing 15% of muscle strength every decade. Now, this varies person to person, but typically after 50.
Yeah, so something that can help with this is just maintaining exercise. Obviously, if you are less active, it can become a problem.
Right, and our exercises at the end will be clear and very concise. Number 2, physical inactivity. Now, these do overlap a little bit, but very common that people get more sedentary as they age.
So lack of exercise can lead to numerous health issues such as poor circulation, type 2 diabetes, joint problems. There's a whole array of things that can happen. So just trying to be more active, whatever that is for you, can be very beneficial.
Right, just that circulation in the legs. The legs have to exercise to get the old blood pumped back up so we have that circular motion of life continuing.
Now, reason number 3 people often get weak legs is chronic health conditions. So this can be numerous things like I kind of just mentioned, arthritis, diabetes. Maybe you have peripheral neuropathy and you don't feel steady on your feet, so you don't want to work out because you feel like you're going to fall. But we want to keep moving, otherwise things will just get worse and worse.
That's right. That old saying, motion is lotion. They say that with pain. It's also true with all of these things. They compound each other. If you have diabetes, you don't feel so well in your legs because you may have peripheral neuropathy. Your balance gets worse as a result, so you're afraid to be active because you might fall. You see what I mean?
Now, therapy can help with that and exercise, but you want to make sure you are seeing your doctor to get these things under control because oftentimes medication is required specifically for diabetic.
There you go. Now, this next one is a little more specific, but everyone is familiar with it. Spinal disorders or back pain, things related to usually the low back.
Now, if you have something like a herniated disc or sciatica, it's causing pain, or even stenosis, it's just depending upon which way it affects you. If you're having pain, oftentimes people don't want to be as active, but we do want to try to stay as active as we can because, again, things are just going to get worse.
Now, I just want to mention, particularly in the low back, stenosis. It means a narrowing of where the nerves exit the spine and the nerves get pinched. This is more common as you age. So it's not uncommon to be 70 years old with a degree of spinal stenosis. Doesn't mean you can't move. There are exercises that will help it, possibly not get rid of it, but make it manageable so you can continue exercising and moving.
Now, if you have sciatica so bad, you have weakness, numbness, tingling in your legs, we realize it can be harder. So oftentimes people just won't be as active when those conditions arise.
Right. And if you have that severe, you really need to go see a doctor or a physical therapist to get specific exercises so you can get through it.
Now, reason number 5 can be lack of motivation, which can be caused from things like depression or possibly even retiring. Sometimes people lose their why. They want to be active and do things, so they need to find something new to motivate them.
That's right. Example, my father was a post office letter carrier. He walked miles every day. He retired And then he didn't feel like walking so much anymore. And the example I said at the beginning of the video is exactly what happened with his. His legs weakened, and that's why I never saw him weak before, but a few years later, it happened. So other things that happen, a spouse dies, changes your life dramatically. People get into, obviously, depression and other things. You really need to seek out help to get through that, family members, whatever it may be, to keep you moving.
Yeah, something good is to rely upon family or friends as external motivation to try and find your why you want to do something or be active. Oftentimes, having someone to work out with or just walk with can really help because it keeps you motivated.
Right, little social activity to keep the mind going and realize you're not the only one that has problems and we'll work them out together. So yeah, also view some videos. There's some really good therapists that have YouTube channels, but no, there's a lot of information on the internet to help you out, to give you ideas on things you can do that you may not have considered.
And sometimes just joining a fitness club or health class for your age group specifically can really help, because having that camaraderie can be beneficial to a lot of people, and just getting in a routine saying, I'm going to go here 3 days a week, whatever day work for you, can help you stay motivated and consistent.
Right. And then there's always, what exercises should I do? Now, we're going to give you exercises where you can do at home. You don't have to join. But if you do join, they usually will provide you with at least 1 day of training by one of the trainers there to get you started in the right direction.
Or those group fitness classes. A lot of people like those.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom's in her mid-60s. That's what she likes doing.
She's a groupie.
My dad's not into that. He'd rather go bike or kayak, but still.
All right, let's do the 3 best leg exercises you can do at home. The first one is simple, and it's a very functional one. You actually do what you have problems. Most people have problems with weak legs as they age. You first notice it getting it out of a chair or negotiating up and down steps. You either have this propensity to go the 2 or 3 rack and push off the knees. And then the knees hurt. Oh, wow, and the back hurts. And
you're really going through it, huh?
Yeah, I experienced it. Anyways, so do this. We're going to start getting up tall, squeeze the buttock together. Those glute muscles are really critical. So make a mental note. Squeeze the buttocks together, back down slowly with good control. Push if you need help, 2 hands or 1 hand. Otherwise, do it without, and stay tall, good posture, the whole kit and caboodle, versus, this type of a sit to stand is not near as good as the full 9 yards. So
now, if you're really struggling from a lower surface like Brad is in, you can put a cushion in your chair or just go to a higher surface. Some people have higher furniture or a bar stool or something. Or I'm on a plinth right now and I'm higher than Brad, so this is going to be a lot easier. Yeah. Again, if you're really struggling, make sure you're not too far back in the seat. That can make it more challenging. Get to the edge and try to get your nose over your toes. Often people will feel like they're going to fall, but make sure to hold on for support or put something in front of you, because getting your weight shifted forward is most of the battle when standing up. It's when the people go up and their weight shifts back is when they tip over. So you want to focus driving forward and then going up, again, squeezing and going down slow.
Right, and when you get advanced, it becomes too easy. Arms here, up nice and tall there, and you can actually arms out or overhead and work on that. We even had one where you advance to the single leg or the toe touch, and you do 1 leg at a time.
Yeah, it's more advanced, but just do 10 of them. You can do them numerous times throughout the day. If you're really weak, you can only do 5 at a time. That's fine. Everyone starts from a different level.
That's right. Now the next one is to single out the leg, kind of like what I did there is lunges. I like to start out with this, with something to hold on to on one side, maybe a chair or stick, a cane, a cupboard on the other side. You're going to step forward, good posture, and go down. Touch the knee if you feel comfortable. If you have pain or it's not going very well and you feel like you're unsteady, go down as whatever's comfortable. Use your arms for assistance. You can go up and down like Mike is doing, or you can step back and repeat. I personally like to step forward with the left, step back, step forward with the right, and alternate. It seems to make time go faster.
Some common things we see people do is when they lunge forward, they bend their trunk way over like this. Try to keep a nice upright trunk. You're going to feel a stretch in that back leg when you do this. If it's too much, just bring your back leg forward. Just do little mini lunges to begin. If your knee is sensitive, take a foam pad or pillow and put it underneath your knee. Can I have that pad?
Absolutely.
And you can just touch down to there. Make sure if you touch down, though, you can get back up. If you need support, use it. If you don't have to. You can stay in this position, do 10 on one side, and then make sure and switch and do the other side. Or you can alternate like Brad's doing. Some people even like to walk and do them.
Oh, yeah, that is advanced. If you have a cane, you can do that. And whoa.
Actually, walk as you go.
Look at that. My shirt matches the stick.
You're really into that shirt, aren't you? You're very proud of that one.
So the next thing is simply go for walks. Assuming you feel steady. And if you don't feel real steady, use a cane, use your walker. Stay on nice, even surfaces. If you need more of a challenge, hike in the woods, hike up and down some hills. Be safe, use good judgment.
Now, if you do have access to a gym or treadmill or stationary bike at your house, you can certainly use those. Some people feel safer on a treadmill because they can hold on if they feel like they're going to lose their balance. On a bike, again, a stationary bike is going to be more balanced than a typical two-wheel bike. Some people will go to trikes as they age, and that's perfectly fine.
Sure.
Whatever you feel comfortable on, but those are good ways just staying active.
That's right. Now, I actually we'll talk about, there's a video that Jordan, our exercise guru, has got a number of videos, and she has some beginner exercises with like walking in place. She has one. Actually, this one is a 10-minute beginner full body stretch, which is good for exercise as well.
Yeah, so you can click the video link on the screen to watch that, and she has a whole playlist so you can go through them. Some of them are just walking for an hour in place. If you want someone to work out with on the TV, just click the video link on the screen.
Right, but you make sure you exercise at least 3 days a week for benefits. And as you get used to it, you may go up to 4 or 5 days a week. Always take 1 day off for sure, even after you've really become strong like a bull.
Or
shut
I'll
up.
say something about your shirt, but I got nothing. Okay, goodbye.
Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.